Welcome to my 2025 tier list of games I played this past year. Also, Happy New Year's. Alright, let's get into it. So we're going to start at the beginning of the year. And at the beginning of the year, I played Fast Food Simulator for the first time. I did technically upload Valheim, I think is my first 2025 video, but I played that back in 2024, so that's not in here, but that took a long time to edit. So we're starting off with Fast Food Simulator. Now, actually, before I get started, I should explain the tiers. So I have S tier, which is extremely fun / satisfying. We have A tier, which is dang good fun. We have B tier, which is above average / had fun moments. We have C tier, which is average / well, it's a video game, so you can't complain about that. We have D tier, which is, it's below average / might have been kind of boring. And F tier, which is I strive not to play games that are in this category, which is, it sucked. Alright, now to officially begin. So, where am I going to place Fast Food Simulator? At first I would put it definitely was above average and it had fun moments. But it's at the same time an average. Once you get later on, when you're playing solo, even when you're playing multiplayer, there's not a whole lot in the game right now. So I'm going to probably put it in C tier at the moment, because the game's still in early access and they're planning on adding stuff. But when you first start out the game, I would say is probably B tier. Sometimes it could even possibly be A, but I'm putting it in C. Just because there's probably going to be more content and it's definitely made to be played with people, not solo. Alright, next we had the Bloodline, which I remember seeing popped up on YouTube. I think I watched someone quickly talk about it and I was like, I don't even want to see anything else. I'm interested. So I went in pretty much blind. And at first I was having a dang good time. And then I was probably around B tier for a while. But the more I played it, it definitely is in early access. And it's hard for me to rate this. I don't want to put it here because that feels a little bit unfair, but it's almost here. But that's only because it's early access. Once you play a certain amount of this game, it starts to kind of get boring because it's a lack of content. And I don't know how big the team is. I don't even know if it's just one person, but the amount of content that is in the game is very good. So I feel bad putting it here, but it's not technically done. But there's good parts. Like the beginning is pretty fun, but at the moment I'm probably going to put it here just because it kind of falls off for me. All right, Subnautica Below Zero. I'm just joking, it's not there. I have had a lot of fun with this game. It's not Subnautica satisfying, but it like the original game, but it is still fun. There's definitely things in it that are lacking a little bit. The world exploration is fun, but it's not the same level of depth, and you can take depth however you want in the game. But it's just not the same, I guess. I think there was a little bit too much world exploration on the top, which does not feel good in this game. It feels kind of clunky. It's all about the ocean, and the movement above the water is not that good. I have definitely had dang good amounts of fun playing this. 100%. But I would probably put it in B tier. I think it's above average for games I have played, and it doesn't belong in here for me. It's not average. I would say it's probably about above average. It's just not... It's not Subnautica levels, which Subnautica is all the way S tier, for sure. There's definitely things holding this game back, but I always do have fun still playing it. I think the music is really good in the game, just like in the first game. And it was a different composer, which was pretty impressive. He captured or he or she, I'm not sure who it was, captured the atmosphere very well. I think the ocean looks nice. It feels nice to swim through different zones, especially in the first kind of half that you go through the kelp forests and the Arctic glacier areas and stuff. And it is kind of scary swimming around in places, but it doesn't feel as well connected and almost that lost feeling that you had in the original. So I'll put it in B. I think it definitely has its fun moments. And I still had fun playing through it. That was, I think, a commentary video this year. These two are no commentary. Yeah. All right, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King video game. This was actually one of the first games we ever owned. My dad got this for us for the GameCube one Christmas, and this was this along with Battle for Bikini Bottom and Luigi's Mansion were the first 3 games we had. I think I might have to put it in. Oh, it's definitely above average. It's not average. If I put it above average, it's here, but it's dang good amounts of fun. The levels are short, and you can beat the game in probably around 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. So it's almost shorter than the movies with the extended edition. I think if you're just playing it and you have nostalgia for it, it's probably dang good amounts of fun. But at the same time, is it... Ooh, I think I might put it here. Because it was fun, but maybe it's not the best either. It's not my most favorite Lord of the Rings game. We'll put it in A category for now. I might come back to this one. The combat in this is pretty simple. I think the Two Towers combat was better. But for what it is, it's a fun game. So we'll put it in dang good fun for now. Partly is probably nostalgia on that end. Should we... Okay, I'm going to put it at the top of B tier. It's fun, but I don't know if it's like... It deserves to be all the way up here. It's still better than... It's not just a video game, in my opinion. It's still above average. Alright, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This was a fun game at the start. I had a lot of fun playing it. I think the exploration in the world is very fluid and very well done. But it started dropping off for me because of the integrated story that was almost you had to do to progress through sections of the game. And it felt like you had to do a lot of story to get to new zones. So I would probably still put above average. I had a good amount of fun with it. I might even put it above Return of the King, because I think it's a pretty dang good game. Actually, maybe below 0. No, probably below 0 is even here. I like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 more or below 0? No, it's probably here. It's probably here. Yeah, this is right. Yeah, this is a fun game. But there's some things holding it back, just like a little bit too much cinematic stuff. And the combat was fun, but once you got to a certain point, you just didn't really need to upgrade your gear anymore and do anything. So I felt like I guess I played a bit too optimally, and then I kind of became geared out and stuff. So, but it's still fun. It's just, yeah, too much combat missions. I wish there was more like smaller missions that we're focused on, which there is, but it's just, yeah, still a good game though. That world exploration is very fun. Where do I put The Hobbit? Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you, but The Hobbit is one of my favorite games, and I might even have to put it almost in S tier. Oh man, I don't know if it belongs in S tier, but it's definitely in dang good fun. This is definitely one of those games I played in my childhood that even to this day, I still play it, and I just have so much fun in almost all the levels. I think the last one is kind of rough, but the first level is very fun. What is the second one? Roast mutton. One's pretty good. It's all right. The third one, I kind of forget. The stone trolls? That one's not good. Then I think you go to Rivendell after, and that's... Is that Rivendell or is it Lothlorien? Mirkwood Woods. Yeah. Anyways, it's fun. There's definitely some good levels in it. and it's unique. It's not just about platforming. It's got a good balance of combat and collecting and story and world exploration and 3D platforming. There's just, it's so many good things. I really do enjoy the game. And it's not too long either. It's probably, for a first playthrough, maybe 7 hours if you aren't collecting stuff and you just are playing through. But if you're trying to 100% it, yeah, that's where it can get a little bit annoying, because then if you miss something, there's really no backtracking. But I'm probably going to put it in, at the moment, it is extremely fun to me, but I don't know if it's S tier. I think it's A tier, where it's like, it's dang good amounts of fun. And I've always had fun playing this game. Yeah, it feels super underrated game too. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, this is like so good. All right, the Dawnguard DLC for Skyrim. Well, I think everyone puts it probably not in F tier, no. I'd probably put it in A tier. I think it's a lot of fun. I've always had fun playing through that questline. It's probably one of the best DLCs I've ever played. I mean, Serana as a companion is very well done. Voice acting, written wise. The main bad guy is pretty cool too. Lord Harkin. And the choices that you can make. You know, you can either join the good guys or join kind of like the vampires, or the Dawnguard, or the vampires. And being able to play as either side is fun. Being able to be a vampire lord was a unique gameplay mechanic that just was not in the game. You know, it's just fun. It's pretty strong too. It's really strong power. Yeah, super fun DLC, and the location wise too. New areas to explore, and that new area. Oh shoot, what was it called? I'm gonna have to look at what was that called? Because that was a really good. Where are you? Forgotten Vale. There we are. Oh, such a good area. So much fun to explore. Yeah. Super, and so much, they packed so much content in there too. It's not just straightforward, like it is, but at the same time there's so many different hidden paths and stuff you can do. It's like, wow, very well done DLC, extremely well done. So it's definitely in dang good fun. Always had fun playing that one. I don't know how many times I've played through this DLC. I almost all my characters go through this at some point, so it's a lot. All right, we have the Oblivion remake. Now, where would I put the Oblivion remake? Well, I hate to say it, but no. Honestly, probably put it at the top of B tier. I had fun playing it. It had fun moments for sure. The optimization was rough at the start. It took me a bit to run it. I hope it's gotten better since then. And there were some things I really liked. For example, the combat in this is really, really fun to me anyways. It just feels good compared to the original. What else? It's pretty much just the original game, just remastered. An actual remaster, not just upscaled, but yeah, I'd probably put it here. Definitely above average. Had fun moments. Yeah, put it at the top of here. I think I had more fun playing it than the others. So yeah, Oblivion was fun. What else would I say? Anything else about Oblivion? Oh, I guess I never done this before, which was finish all the Oblivion gates, and that was actually pretty satisfying to do. Helping all of the cities, and you get kind of unique dialogue, and it's also pretty satisfying. It makes the main quest a lot longer, and it just, yeah, it's something you can rush through the main quest, but if you take your time and do all the Oblivion gates, it's actually rewarding the amount of people you get to help you at the end too. It'd be nicer if it was a little more people, because the original engine probably would have struggled with that, but who knows, maybe even this engine. Was it Unreal 5 they were using? I'm not sure, but yeah. What else? Movement felt good. What else was good with it? View distance, but I guess you could see far in the original too. Graphics wise was okay. I kind of almost preferred the original graphics in terms of landscape and stuff. But yeah, combat, that was the main thing. Like combat felt really good, so yeah, I put it right here, top of B tier for now. All right, Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon. When I first started playing this game, I was probably in B tier, but it dropped to C tier, and sadly, it's in, at least when I was playing it, I don't know if it's improved since then, but it was in D tier. The content felt lacking for the price. For example, I want to use this, which I'm kind of putting here unfairly and unjustly, and I want to repeat that again. It's because this is an early access. It's early access. It doesn't really belong here. It's just, I almost need an early access category, but it's just, you know, where it is in development. Whereas this game released and it was out of early access. It was in full release, and there was definitely felt like there was lacking content, lacking animations, and just the gameplay was a bit rough. Same with animations and stuff. I was like, I don't know about that. So it started out kind of strong, and then it definitely moved to here. And then I read Steam reviews of people who got to later acts, and apparently it was a lot more rough. Again, that was on release. I'm guessing they've updated it, maybe made it better, but just a bad first impressions. Yeah, that's not something, that's what honestly, this type of stuff hurts games. Where even this, where you might play a game and you just have, you might have a bad, but I would say this has potential, and that's what I like about this. But if you get lasting impressions with you, you know, that are rough, you're less likely to return to the game, right? All right. Elden Ring Nightreign. Now, where would I put this? I actually had quite a bit of fun with this, playing it solo, playing it in co-op. It's a fun experience and kind of unique. I would just say the gameplay kind of got a little bit repetitive when you're stuck kind of on the same map. They did have different shifting earths, which let you change up the environment a bit. You know, you get a volcano, a snow mountain, and with the DLC they added, you know, a new location and stuff, but pretty much an entirely new location. Kind of was hard to traverse when I was playing, but which is, I think, good. People needed some new stuff, but yeah, that was kind of the bad. I also would have liked to see more Dark Souls bosses. They had Dark Souls bosses, which was really cool, but they didn't have as many as I would have liked. I thought the classes were well done, and being able to play in solo and duos was nice, but that took a little bit too long to implement. That was already kind of rough on, probably made people quit or return the game when they couldn't do that. But honestly, I would probably put it in B tier. I had fun with it. Not sure where I would put it though. Probably at the end of B tier. I would say it's not average, but I would put it probably right here. I think I still have more fun playing something like Below Zero than Elden Ring Nightreign, but I got better with the game and started enjoying it more. I mean, that video took a heck of a long time to get to. I mean, 18 hours, and that was however many deaths in there. I mean, we're probably looking around 20 to... that video probably took like 30 to 40 hours to... Yeah, that was a long time, but it was fun. And painful. Very, very painful. Dealing with certain randoms, it was... there was pain involved. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, and then we had next up, which was Peak, which kind of surprised me how fun this was. And then I saw the developer, which is it Aggro Crab? I can't remember if that's right, but they made Another Crab's Treasure, which I thought was incredible. That was one of my favorite games of that year when it came out. I think it was 2024. Could be wrong. Might have been 2023. I'm not sure. Getting years mixed up here. That's how you know age is catching up to me. So where would I place Peak? It's definitely a game that's more fun in co-op. I think that's where the humor definitely comes from. You can play it solo, but it's definitely... almost all my time has been played in... I'd probably put like maybe 3 rounds in solo, maybe 4. But almost the vast majority is just in co-op. So I'd probably put it... I don't know. Maybe in B tier, but... I don't know where. I think I have more fun in Nightreign, so I'd put Peak at the end. It just doesn't feel... maybe I'd put it almost here. It's fun, but... It feels like it just... Yeah, no, I'd probably put it here. It's definitely more of the genre. It's fun, but like... How do I explain this? I guess it's just the gameplay loop. Like, it just gets a little bit repetitive, I guess, to me. Once you beat it once or twice, then it's... Yeah, I think it's just the gameplay loop. I don't find the most fun. Sometimes just with party games, it's like that, which is fine. I had fun with it, and I don't regret buying it or anything. I've had a lot of fun with it, but yeah, I'd say it's about average. I definitely had fun moments for sure, but yeah, I'd probably put it about top of C tier. Timesplitters 2. Where do I put you? Timesplitters 2. Timesplitters 2. Where do I put Timesplitters 2? I mean, where do I put it? It's got to be at least B or A. But in terms of my playthrough of it, I would put the one I did. I'd probably put it in here, in B tier. Probably about there. Now, where would I actually put Timesplitters 2 if I was playing arcade? Probably right here. If I was just playing arcade and I didn't care about, or just fooling around in the campaign, but playing it a little bit more seriously and trying to get through it. Yeah, I'd probably put it right here. Very, very fun game. I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. And yeah, I think the campaign is pretty good for the most part. There's definitely some levels that are a little bit rough around the edges. And definitely some of the arcade leagues and challenges. But I think where it shines to me the most is the arcade customs. And Timesplitters Future Perfect. Oh, that would be S tier for sure. Okay. Next up, we have Planet Crafter, which I did 2. I did commentary and I did no commentary. And I'd probably put it... I'd probably put it in B tier. I think it was above average and it had fun moments. Yeah. There's definitely some downtime with it. It's more of like a chill game, right? Like you're playing this game to chill out and probably come home from work or just want a chill afternoon and you're not really worried about doing too much. That's more how the game is meant to be played. And definitely reading the Steam reviews, that's how people were playing it. Just a very chill game that they slowly build their base or slowly gathering resources. And that is kind of the way it's meant to be played. I was playing it a bit more aggressively, trying to get things done a little bit quicker than that. And I think the most fun in Planet Crafter is the early game. I think the early game is very fun. Once you start getting the later levels, that's where it starts to become a little bit... It's more organization. How are you organizing your base? You have to start setting up drones and stuff. Oh man, that was kind of a nightmare for me to figure out at first. I was like, I'm not reading this right. What am I doing wrong? But once you get that down, then it just becomes a little bit too streamlined for me. I kind of like doing the stuff myself, like gathering the components or resources and just making better equipment and stuff. But this game has a lot of automation. I guess it's similar to Satisfactory in that way, which I've only seen my brother play, so yeah. I'd probably put it here. I definitely had fun moments with it, but it goes from like early game to probably being like top of B tier, and then it kind of goes to C tier in the later game, but overall, I'd probably put it B tier. Crime Scene Cleaner DLC. This is supposed to be the DLC for, yeah, Crime Scene Cleaner. Out of sheer amazement, it is, I'm not to rate it with this, just the fact it was free was really impressive to me. The amount of content that was free. It really surprised me because most companies would charge you money for something like that. And then they released another 2, which I still haven't played after. So I honestly had quite a bit of fun with this. I'd probably put it right here. This was very well done. This was extremely well done DLC. And the fact it was free, it's just so surprising to me. I was like, wow, this is free? Like I kept like thinking that. I was like, what? How? He spent so much time on it. They must have made, maybe they were just super happy with the fans, the fan base that they had and the sales and stuff, and they decided to make that free. But I mean, they could have charged $1 and made a killing on it, but they just gave it for free. So props to them. I'd say the maps probably weren't as good as the original maps, but being able to play them in a different way and sometimes scary was fun. So I'm trying to think of one that could have been better, but no, I think the originals probably were a little bit better. But yeah, still the amount of content you get was really good. Maybe after Planet Crafter, maybe that's where I'll put it. Maybe I'll probably put it here, but I still want to say it's very impressive that it was free. Okay, Ratchet and Clank for the PS4. Probably right here. Putting a lot of things in B tier. It was more fun than it being average for sure, but and the fact that it's Ratchet and Clank is nice. But there's definitely things that were holding it back for me. Maybe even here. I'm not sure where to put this yet. Could I put it here? Maybe there. It just was too... It's just kind of not the same. Like the Ratchet and Clank I grew up on, that was not the same character at all. Either of them. Just Quirk was funny, but everyone else was not their characters. Maybe Dr. Nefarious was kind of, but yeah. It was okay for a game. Just not the same. Yeah. So I'd probably put it here. Fun, but at the same time, yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to properly explain this. It was fast paced, but the shooting was a little bit too colorful maybe for my eyes, or too many explosions. Like I couldn't see past the character model of Ratchet. And it was... Oh, there's someone definitely inside. Revin. And he was just having trouble. I was having trouble seeing the screen and dodging bullets because I just couldn't focus on what was going on. Maybe with the colors of the light, the blasters being shot and stuff. It was a bit hard to dodge. And it's a game that you definitely want. It feels better if you can dodge a lot of the attacks. Movement was alright. I guess it was just the color of the blasters and sometimes how fast they would come at you and stuff. So it was okay. Yeah, probably definitely one of the weaker Ratchet and Clank games in my opinion. Especially that movie. The movie was... Yeah, it was a video game movie. Yeah, just not the best. But not the worst either. Just... It was okay. And still, I don't think does it deserve average? Maybe it does. Like, I had fun, you know, that's the thing. I definitely had fun. Like, I think my favorite part of the game was flying around. on, I forget the planet. It's the orange planet. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. That was fun. That was unique. I guess it had fun moments, but yeah. I'll put it there for now. Alright, Minecraft. Let's see. Probably here. Yeah. Above average. It's Minecraft. It was fun. Chill playthrough for the most part. I definitely suck at fighting ender dragons or anything that has a big health bar in the game. Yep. Just put it here. And getting lucky trying to find the nether fortress, so that always scares me. That thing. I don't know how you find that thing properly, but yeah. Trying to think of what else I did. I like building the little farm. That's probably my favorite part of that game. It's just like building the farm up and stuff like that. It's just simple fun. A short hike I thought was like a cute little game. I think I got it with a humble bundle. I'd probably put it in average. It's not really my type of game to play, but I can appreciate it for what it was, and yeah, it seemed like a cute little game, I guess. So I'd probably put it in about average. Just yeah, again, not really my genre. All right, this was me playing through Skirmish on the Battle for Middle-earth 2. The Lord of the Rings. And sadly, I have to put it in S tier. Actually, no, it's a good thing, right? Now, this is my first S tier here. That was so much fun. I could do that, I don't know how many times. I think unlimited. I can honestly play Skirmish in this unlimited. Now, if it was the campaign, it would probably be in B tier somewhere, but oh, the skirmish mode is so much fun. I love the skirmish mode in this game. The fact you can just make it how you want and then just play how you want. Oh, and it's so much fun. This RTS, oh, it's so good. Definitely it's one of my favorite games. It's for sure in my top 15, top 10, something like that. I have a list I'm trying to keep and edit and stuff. So yeah, this is S tier for, again, it was Skirmish. Oh, so much fun. I don't even know what to say that's just good about it. I love almost everything. The models, the voices, the gameplay, the combat, just everything's so good. The music. I don't know what's bad about the game to me. It's everything I'd want in an RTS. Yeah, just so much fun. So, yeah, S tier. Decktamer. That was the first time I played Decktamer, and I'd probably put it somewhere in here. Maybe right here. Decktamer was a pretty unique experience. I really liked the cute character designs. I thought that was probably the best part, was the character designs, the creature designs, sorry. Very, very unique, very interesting characters. And I just had a lot of fun playing it. I thought it was fun. It's definitely not my genre of game. I struggled with that a little bit, but at the same time, I wanted it to be. It was just a bit too hard for me, so that's why I'm probably putting it middle of the B tier pact here. But yeah, well done game. Alright, Sacred 2 Remaster. Now I'm going to talk more on Sacred 2 later, which I played the original of. But for the remaster, honestly, this is probably... It's not F tier, but when I played it, I know they're trying to change stuff right now, but it was average. Like, I was probably above average. I was having fun with it, but then it went to C tier, and then once I compared it for myself, it's below average, which is sad. I'd put it right here. And it's honestly sad, the downgrade that it got from what the original had. And yeah, there's just a lot of content and features missing. The UI, And even how it felt to play, it just was not the same. I know they've updated stuff, but like initial impressions, you know? Yeah, that was below average. Alright, so Titans of the Tide. It's actually a pretty fun Spongebob game, a lot better than the Cosmic Shake. Probably put it like right here. I think it belongs right there. It was fun, but it's definitely more aimed towards a younger audience, which is fine, and I think it sets out to do that. If you're going to play this as an adult, it's just not the same as it's just probably the humor and stuff. I thought the combat was very well done. The movement is also really good, but they learned their lesson from the last game with both of those. But I think it was just more of the humor. It's more for the younger audience, you know. It's not like it was in Battle for Bikini Bottom. I think that one was actually pretty funny. There was some actual funny jokes that were told. But yeah, I'd probably put it here. All right, Timesplitters Rewind. This is definitely a dang good fun. I think what I've played so far, it is very well done. It was so much fun for the amount of free content that was there. I'd probably almost put it right there. That was super, super, super fun. Do I put it in S tier? Oh, that's tough, because I had a lot of fun playing it, and the fact it's free. Like, there's just so many things. Like, probably put it maybe in S tier. Oh, I don't know. Is it A or is it S? But then, does the Hobbit belong in A? That's tough. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's probably here. I don't know if it's S for me, but it's definitely A. It was so much fun. I think once we get a little bit more stuff in and added, but the skirmish one was so good. Playing co-op, played multiplayer, that was just fun. Yeah. Very, very, very fun. It's definitely up there. Like, once that game comes out, that'll be like a game of the year contender. Yeah, what else can I say that was good about it? Like, it did everything. The combat was good, the music was well done, the levels were very fun, character design was great. Yeah, overall just solid, very fun. Tavern Keeper, first time playing that, and I'm not really a big fan of the genre of game. I'd probably put it like maybe right here. I didn't think it was a bad game. I thought the decorating was kind of cool, but it's just not really my genre. That's all. I definitely had fun playing it, and I liked the references they were kind of pulling from. Felt like it had some references from, for example, like Lord of the Rings or like Warcraft, stuff like that. It was cool to see that stuff. But yeah, I'd probably put it right there. Alright, Sacred 2. So I'm almost finished editing this. This is a long video that took a long time. I think I was over 20 something hours, or is it? Yeah, I think it was like almost over 24 hours or something like that on the playthrough. 20 hours for sure. I would probably put it maybe at the top of B tier. It was very fun. Very, very fun. Did I like this one better or Oblivion Remake, though? Probably Oblivion Remake I liked a little bit better. So yeah, Sacred 2 right there. Oh, wow. This is a very underrated game. It's honestly like an underrated gem. The RPG side of it, the world size is insane. I kept zooming out of the map and being like, okay, I can't go over here, right? And I could. You could go so many different places. It was so well done. I was extremely impressed and very surprised at the level of quality this game had for the time. And don't get me wrong, I played with mods. I know there's a lot of issues with it, but it just in terms of quality, in terms of content, and there's a lot of creatures too, and dialogue, and okay, sometimes a little bit too annoying on dialogue. But wow, what a game! What a game! So many quests, so many places to explore. Like, no wonder this game had so many bugs. I understand why. The size of this game is just, it's incredible. Very impressed with it. And that leaves me to the last one, which is Arc Raiders. And honestly, I hate to, you know, be putting the first game in this category, but it's really fun. I was surprised. I didn't think I would enjoy the game as much as I did. I actually have 2 videos. One should be coming out pretty soon here. It's already done. I just didn't know when to release it, I guess. And yeah, the game kind of blew me away with how fun it is. Like, it's, you know what, I'm putting this up here just to balance it. So yeah, we'll put the Hobbit right here, and I'll probably put Arc Raiders at the top of Dang Good Fun. Actually, you know what? No, I'm putting it in S tier. That's where it belongs. It was really fun. This is my game of the year for this year for sure. It just hits all of. I tried playing multiplayer, and that wasn't really the right. It was too much PvP for me. But playing solo, there's enough tension where you can't fully trust anyone, but you're getting this loot, and sometimes you just have people vibing around you. Just sometimes you get shot at, but most of the time people are just kind of chilling, doing their own thing, just looting, killing robots, and yeah, it's a fun time. Like, it's honestly really fun. Like, the gameplay loop is really good in it. You're just looting and killing robots. If you're not a PvPer, which is what I go out of my way. If I see someone, I started bringing defibrillators. Like, oh, there's someone down, let me go run over to him. That happened a few times. Definitely not in the one that's gonna have commentary, because I had no idea what I was doing. But later on now, that's what I do. I love trying to help people out, because I know what it's like. You go down, you're like, no, I don't want to lose all my loot. And if I hear the flare, you know, it's like, was that someone that went down? I try to go find him to go help bring him back up. It's just, oh, the game, the shooting is fun. The sounds are good. Oh, just such a fun game. I'm so impressed by it. I thought I had a wrong first impressions of it. I saw a YouTube video that said, it was a streamer I was watching play it a little bit, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I watched a YouTube video on it, and they were right. They were talking about like how this game is got PvE elements. It's not just a PvP game. Like, if you're thinking it's a PvP game, that's not entirely what it is. And they're right. It's not. At least for me, it's not. I don't play it like that. And I love that. I love being able to just help random people out. Yeah, so overall, this was the year for 2025. There wasn't a whole lot of new games played. There was definitely a lot of repeats that I've played over the years. And I like doing them. I like playing through them. And I'm hoping 2026 I play through even more. I want to play through a lot more games. Because I really do enjoy this, making videos for this channel and sharing them with you guys. So yeah, I'm looking forward to an exciting year. And I've got another. I don't want to say anything on it yet, just in case anything happens in the new year here. But I've got one that is related to a trailer that Larian Studios has uploaded a trailer to, and it's the same universe, and it's the same one of their same games that they may have done, and it even has the same letter that it starts with. So I might play Divinity 2 in the new year here, but I don't want to say I'm going to. You know, I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want anyone to know. So just wanted to let you guys know that there's a game that I might be playing. Yeah, I'm excited to see how the new year happens, because I have there's a lot of new games out there. There's a lot of games that are on my list to play through. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this long rambling video of this now 30-year-old YouTuber. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I hope you have a happy new year. Take care. And thank you again for watching. Farewell for now.